What up, though? What up, though? And dog back with another video. Excuse me, y'all. I'm a little bit under the weather. I should be all the way back day one. Hopefully by tomorrow. I've been sick all weekend. But anyways, so I was off work this weekend. Yesterday morning, I was in the mood, to watch some Detroit movies. And watching these movies made me realize how much I miss the old Detroit. And when I say the old Detroit, I'm 36 years old, so I meant like the Detroit from 2014 to, I say, 19. I'm gonna say 18. Like when Detroit, the Detroit versus everybody era. Like, when Detroit versus everybody hit the scene, when my man took over the shirt game, the hat game, and he had everybody, from out of town stealing the versus everybody. I'm talking about those days. I'm talking about when Doughboys Cash Out hit the scene, when Team Eastside would hit the scene. I'm talking about the old Detroit when we was trying to get our foot in the door on the music side. Like when everybody stuck together. Like I miss all of that. When Trick was putting hands on people that disrespected the city. Not even necessarily that, but people that wasn't trying to show the city no love, you know what I'm saying? When Trick was really doing that, I miss those days, man, like the old days, man. And then I was, 25, 26. I was still in my 20s. I miss those days, bro. Like, it was all good in the hood, man. I miss when Detroit stuck together, like, I was living in the hood then. I was living on 7 Mile during this time, and I like riding through the city, like you just it was just like dope. Like Detroit versus everybody t-shirts on everybody. The Lions wasn't shit, but the love the Lions was getting, what I'm saying, the Detroit Lions, Piston apparel, Detroit Tigers, Red Wings, what I'm saying, everybody, like all the teams, what I'm saying. It's just like I just love that shit, man. Like everybody rocking Detroit attire, what I'm saying. The Buffs, when everybody and their mama that wasn't even from here was rocking Buffs, and we was trying to let it be known, like, yo, Detroit started that. That's our thing. We was doing Buffs, Cartiers, Woods, frames, straight backs, yays, whatever you want to call them. We was doing that first. That started and originated here. We started that, I miss all of that, man. 2014 was that year, though. 14 and 15 and 16. Them was like the 3 years. Detroit was like was on the rise. Like I said, we were trying to get our foot in the door on the music side and movie side. Like I said, we got buffed up when all of that dropped. Buffed Up, 211, Plug Love, 5-0, all of that. You know what I'm saying? When all of that dropped, those movies, check them out if you haven't seen them. You know what I'm saying? Like when Icewear Vezo dropped the Clarity 2, the Clarity 3. He came back with what was that? Dang, I forgot the one. Drink Guy, all of them. Those days. Peasy dropped Mud, Sweat, and Tears. Man, I miss those days. Team Eastside, Ghetto Boys, Doughboys Cash Out. When Payroll pretty much been running the game, but Doughboys Cash Out. They dropped that, what was that album? It wasn't Free Rock. I don't think it was Free Rock. You got Volume 1, 2, and 3. It might have been the compilation album that they dropped. Bala, what was it called? Bala World. Because that was around the time, like I said, the city was at an all-time highlight. The limelight was on us. The light was like getting shined on us. I'm talking about during these days. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, I miss them days. Like, we had Detroit versus everybody stores everywhere. Like, it was just beautiful. And then that was around the time, like, the city really started getting fixed up, at least downtown. It started, like, around those days. Like, it really started getting fixed up. Like, during those days. You know, that's when they started fixing it up. Yeah, I just miss that, man. I'm sitting back watching these Detroit movies, and I'm like, yo, I really miss my like mid late 20s, man. When you know, when it was all good in the city, like Detroit was one. It really was Detroit versus everybody. Wasn't nobody really rocking with us. It really was Detroit versus everybody. We had our own thing. It wasn't no disrespect to nobody, but it wasn't none of that gang shit people trying to portray our city to be. It wasn't none of that. It was really Detroit. Like, you knew Detroit when you seen us, the buffs, our style, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of this goofy ass tight shirt, tight pants shit. You know, it was, you knew we was coming. It was Detroit. Niggas had on Pradas, Maury Gators, you know what I'm saying? Niggas wore Jordans or white or all black Air Force Ones, you know what I'm saying? But you know, in the buffs, the all white buffs, you know, I just really miss those days. Like, I really miss how it used to be. Not saying I don't love my city, you know, less or anything, but it's just like that. It was all good back then. It was like back then, you know, and I'm talking about back then like that wasn't just 10 years ago. But back then, you know, like, it was beautiful, man. Like, you had to be there to know what I'm talking about. And anybody that watched this video gonna feel me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that watched this video gonna feel me. You know, and I think that was around the time T Grizzly hit the scene with First Day Out. I think that's around the time he hit the scene and took over and started dropping. I'm talking about all of that during them days when the Pistons they was decent, but they wasn't them 04 or the 88. I mean the 88, 89 Bad Boys. Or is it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. 89, 90 Bad Boys, 88, 89, whatever the fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just miss all of that, man. Cause I was watching. I woke up cause I was tired, man. I ain't want to get up just yet. My son was on 10. He was ready to get up and get the party started. But yeah, I'm sitting there chilling, just daydreaming in La La Land, and I'm like, I want to watch some Detroit movies. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch all of them. So I started off with 211 because that was the first movie that hit the scene, and that was a classic. Then I felt like laughing, so I cut on Buffed Up. If y'all don't know what Buffed Up is, y'all need to check it out. 211 is it's raw, it's grimy, it's gutter, it's Detroit. So it's Buffed Up. Everything that you see in these movies is Detroit. Plug Love was a little bit different. They went somewhere else with that, and I liked it. That Plug Love was different. It's Detroit, but I like how they switched it up. You know what I'm saying? And what else you got? 5-0. That was good. I started that. I ain't finished it though. And I wanted to watch Plug Love, but Plug Love got a little bit of this, that, and the third in it. And you really can't watch that with the kids, you know. I wasn't even trying to watch 211 or with my son, but he wasn't paying attention, so it was cool. He was on his tablet anyway. But it's like when my daughter get up, she just all of a sudden want to pay attention to what I'm watching. So yeah, I couldn't really watch Plug Love. And like I said, I was watching 5-0, but I couldn't finish it. I got sidetracked. But yeah, these movies, that all of these films is like, they was like back-to-back drops, you know. And they are all on Tubi. You can check them out on Tubi. And they, like I said, they all started 2014, 15, 16. And I think the last one, 5-0, that was 17. And like I said, everybody and you know that's doing their thing for the city. Even we can't even forget about the For Show Mag the For Show Mag days, the Lando, the hip hop lab, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We can't forget about all of them days. You know, when Cash Doll was running things, run me my money and all, you know, like, bro, man, I just, what I'm trying to say, I just miss the old Detroit, and I would love for it to get back to that. You know, shout out to everybody from the city, though, everybody that's putting on and doing their thing. You know, I see Lil Blade and Baby Money, I mean, not Baby Money, oops, Lil Blade and Tay B just dropped a new song together. They hit the scene together 2013, years ago. That's when they first hit the scene, and it's good to see that them little niggas still clicked up and together. They just released a song a few days ago called 10 Freaky Girls. See, Vezo just dropped a new track. I gotta check that out. But yeah, man, I love the city. I support the city. You know, I just miss those days. I just wanted to make a video, touch bases on that, cause I ain't want to forget this shit. You know, I'm sitting up here just thinking about it. And I remember when Detroit versus Everybody did a collab with Faygo. So what they did was they did the Faygo logo on the front of the hat with the flavor pop and whatever color it was. So for example, if you had grape Faygo, the color of the hat would be purple. Right? So you had Detroit versus Everybody either on the, I think it's the right side, and you got the Faygo logo, like the logo with the pop on the front of it. I remember when they did that collab, I was trying to buy all of them. I succeeded with it. I got the orange, I got the red, and I got the cola. I hate Moon Mist, so I didn't buy the Moon Mist, but I regret not doing that. I hate the blue raspberry, but I regret not buying that one. And the one I was trying to get, because this was the very last one that they did cream soda, but I could not find that one nowhere. And what's crazy is I was thinking about the old days. I typed that hat in, and it popped up, but I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had the money. They wanted $60 for it. I had to use that 60 for money towards a bill or gas or something in the car. I didn't have it, so I kept like pushing it off. Every time I get some cheese, like damn, I ain't got to spare $60. Like damn. Eventually, man, I ended up forgetting about the dang old hat. Came back to it, somebody already brought it. I was so hurt, man, because cream soda is like my second favorite pop. Cream soda is so good, and I was upset that I could not get that hat. They got shirts, they got hoodies, but I'm a hat guy. Like I probably got like 200 hats in my collection, and I was upset that was one of the hats I let slip away from me. Because that collab, they probably will never do that again. But I don't know. We'll see. Detroit versus Everybody just relaunched. They back up and running. I'm proud to see that. So we'll see in the future. But yeah, I'll never forget that when they did the collab with Faygo. The city went nuts. And a lot of people didn't know about it. So when I came with them hats, they was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, you see me? Because that's one of the things I'm known for. Besides music, I'm known for my hats. Like I feel like Cole off Martin. I got a gang of hats, you know. That's me. That been me since I was 19. I always that's what I used to do. Because back then I was still at mom's crib. So she was like, you ain't gotta do this and that and the third. Just give me $50, $100 a month, and we straight. Cool. So there was times where I still had $400-$500 to play with. Shoes is a motherfucker these days, you know. And mind you, I was getting paid every 2 weeks. Checks wasn't nothing. So you kind of had to, you know, you get a pair of shoes, $200 gone. So you probably got like $200 left to play with to get through the week. Phone bill, you know, bus fare, whatever. So I had to think about this, like hats, $20 to $30. That's cheap. So that's why I just started getting into hats. And I don't know, it just became a thing for me. So yeah, everybody, you know, when I brought those hats out, and it's crazy because I just like started bringing them back out. People forgot about them, and people still be like, "Yo, that hat is so hard. Where you get that from?" You know, I'll tell them, but it's like you most likely not gonna find them. Cause yeah, he did a collab with him. He came out with the grape, the moon mist, and the blue raspberry, and cream soda. And them the 4 that I let slip away from me. Knew I should have got them, but I didn't. But whatever, man. Yo, shout out to the city, Detroit versus everybody. 8 Mile, 7 Mile, 6 Mile, Finkel Ave, Puritan, Brightmoor, Schoolcraft, Plymouth, West Chicago, Joy Road, West Warren, Dexter, Linwood, 12th, Woods Road, Mac, Gratiot, Alta Road, Casual, State Fair, everybody, man. East Side, West Side, North End, Southwest. Shout out to everybody. 313. Detroit versus everybody, man. RP to all the fallen dogs. Everybody, man. This for the city, man. I love the city, dog. And I just wanted to rant about the good old days. Good old back in the days when Detroit was trying to get the light shined on us, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all go watch this video and people from the city, they gonna feel me. I'm like, yep. Those was the good old days. Social media used to be banging then. Social media used to be banging. And another thing, I want to point this out too. There was a party in the summertime. I don't know how this ended up happening, but let me go this way because it look like dog trying to get over. I don't know how this ended up happening, but a party hit the scene, out of town, of course. I don't remember where it was at. I still have the video because the video went viral. I still got the video. I think it was 2014, as a matter of fact. It was the summertime. It was a pool party. So what I'm saying is, it was about 50 people in the pool. Buff song. It was girls, dudes. It was probably about 25 dudes, 25 girls, 50 of them. I don't know. I'm probably over exaggerating, but no, I'm probably not even exaggerating because it was a lot of people in the pool, and they all was from Detroit, and they all was doing the Blade dance. If you don't know what the Blade dance is, type in Blade Icewood Boy With You remix video, and you'll see what the Blade dance is. And I can't do it because I'm driving. But and watch Buffed Up too. They do it in that movie. Look up Lil Blade. Lil Blade do it in just about all his videos. Yeah, they was all in the pool with their buffs on, all white buffs, dudes and girls, talking about Detroit, 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 Detroit. It was crazy. And of course, I don't know what happened, but I think somebody said, fuck Detroit or something like that. And of course, one thing about Detroit gonna stick together. So of course, whoever said that, you already know what happened. They got their issue. And I think that happened after the fact. Yeah, they got their issue because I think it was the video they was chanting Detroit, Detroit, and then the fight broke out. But yeah, that was crazy, man. Yeah, Detroit, they gonna stick together for sure. You know what I'm saying? You know, no matter what. Just like Sada Baby said about that. I think it was a dice game he was talking about when 42 Doug was there. He was like, I was gonna put all our shit aside, bro. Some shit was gonna pop off, and it was gonna be me and him versus whoever them niggas. And that's what's up. That's just Detroit. Detroit gonna stick together. That's real. And I'm not even saying like wherever you from not gonna do the same. You know, I'm quite sure everybody from wherever gonna do the same. But you know, that's just Detroit. That's how we is, man. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. I love y'all. This Ant Dog, biggest dog of them all. Sorry I've been away, man. You already know how it is. I'm a family man and a working man. You already know, man. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to get y'all content like that. But I got y'all. Don't worry, I got y'all. Zach Dog, biggest dog of them all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dogs out.